Hi, everybody. You got the Wingman here. Thanks for joining me again for another video. I want to follow up on one that I did recently talking about stupid people. And what did John Wayne say? You can't fix stupid. I'm going to show you some of the comments people made on that video, but I want to show you something that I hope just about everybody would say, now that is stupid. And then I'm going to tie it in with something that I think that hopefully you can relate to. Let's go over to the shared screen. This is entitled Tourist Sparks Uproar After Posing for Selfie with Bison at Yellowstone National Park. We felt horrible for the bison. Look how soft and cuddly that thing looks, doesn't it? Looks like you can just walk right up and pet it. As far as entitlement goes, someone in Yellowstone National Park has taken things to a whole new level. Storyful posted footage of a woman taking a series of selfies within inches of a bison, demonstrating a clear disregard for both her own safety and for the animal's well-being. I would say that's just stupid. I mean, would you not agree? You know what? The park should have had a sign up right there next to that bison. Do not approach. Bison could hurt you. That the lady fortunately was not injured, but can you believe it? What happens? Why do people do this? Is she stupid? Do you think that she could look back at the picture and go, ooh, that was not the wisest decision I could have made, the smartest decision? Or do you think she would go through her entire life saying, man, that was so cool, I had to go do it again? The story goes on, it says, we felt horrible for the bison, they said. We knew if it just inadvertently stood up, she'd be gored, and it would most likely have to be euthanized through no fault of its own. Indeed, bison have caused more injuries to humans, stupid humans, it should say, at Yellowstone than any other animal, according to the National Park Service. And this tourist was practically begging to be added to that total. What do you think? Have you ever done anything that is just monumentally stupid? I have. But at the time, we don't think it's stupid. Why is that? Human beings are a funny lot. We really are. And we think that we are impervious, oblivious. Sometimes we think that we're bulletproof and nothing can go wrong. And we end up finding out that things can go very, very wrong. And oftentimes they do. And the reason is, I think, is because when emotion gets involved, whether it's a super excited emotion, you're joyful and over the top excited about something, or you are very angry, extremely angry, we don't make rational decisions. Are we stupid? Maybe. Are we out of control? I think almost certainly. You know, we go through life and we think that we make this series of good decisions, and then we try to avoid thinking, oh, good thing I got out of that. Which brings me to this. If you were to go, I don't know, if you were to go do something very dangerous, but you didn't get hurt. If you were drinking a lot and you drove home and you made it home, but you go, oh, man, I probably shouldn't have done that. Was it safe? Were you safe to do that? There's a difference between being safe and being stupid and being lucky. I suggest that when you're looking at any purchase or any decision, not just a purchase, but any decision that has an emotional component to it, that you approach it like you've got two different entities, one on each shoulder. And one is saying, do it, buy it, get it. You'll be okay. It'll be fun. Nobody's going to know. Go ahead. You're going to live forever. Do it. Smoke the cigarette, drink the booze, snort the whatever people snort. Do whatever. You're going to be a woman. You're going to be a man. Do it. And if that's not balanced with you fool, I know it sounds fun, but maybe look at the consequences. Maybe you're going to have some ramifications. Maybe you don't want to pierce your body and do all the things because in 2 or 3 decades, or maybe just 2 or 3 weeks, you may go, ooh, I probably shouldn't have done that on that trip down the Las Vegas Strip. If you have, it's a paradox. You've got to walk around going, yes, but, and weigh the two. And when you say, there's a bison over there, what could go wrong? Grab my phone. Think about how many hits I'm going to get. And you may get one really big hit when that bison gets up and gores you and kills you, because it happens. Now, we make mistakes all the time, I believe, not just as RVers, but as human beings, and we get away with it. We text while driving. We say things that are inappropriate when we get angry, or we make commitments when we're overjoyful. We don't read documents. We have a lot of faith in other people that may not have our best interest at heart. And that's why I say that even in a relationship with someone you care deeply for, looking at the two different things. You've got to have that to make the right decision. It may not be the comfortable decision for now. How many of you, have you ever made a decision that you thought was absolutely that I'm going to do this, whether it was marrying this person or buying that car or going on that trip, or I know this is the right thing to do, only to look in the rearview mirror and go, oh, why did I not see this coming? You know, this is not going to end well when people continue to do the things that they do. Let's look at some of the comments that people made. You know, this is not all about stupid stuff, but James Berry says, hi, Wingman. I was at the Chicago RV show in Rosemont, Illinois. Wow, it's packed. I've seen all this, these people sitting down with the salesman, signing on the line, a lot of young couples, young kids, and all the RV dealers say the same old thing. You get no hidden fees. You get free deal prep and free inspection and detail. Oh, my goodness, you high pressure. And essentially, I think what James is saying is that these people are just walking in and they're listening to that emotion. We're going to buy an RV. Yay, springtime. It's right around the corner. We're going to get an RV and we're going to go camping. Think of all the fun we're going to have. Hey, hang on. Can you afford it? Sure, I can afford it. I'm going to go do it now. No, wait. It costs insurance. You've got to maintain it. Do you even own a toolbox? Have you ever been in a campground before? Do you know anybody with an RV? Could somebody with an RV that's owned one before maybe go with you to the dealer and go, oh, you don't want to do that. Take it from me. No, it's not going to happen to me. This dealer, he's a nice guy. Look at that big flag out front. All right. American MX says, when you bought your first car, you took, hey, here we go. You took your dad, mom, someone has experience buying a car. Most first-time buyers of RVs don't do that. They go at it solo, and that's where the big learning curve happens. Absolutely. Most 2, 3, 4-time buyers don't seem to have the same issues the first-time buyers have. That's because you don't know what you don't know until you walk up to the Bison, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, I probably shouldn't have done this. I told a story one time about me getting in the cage with a full-grown mountain lion and regretting it. It sounds funny now, but when I did it, it's like, what could go wrong? Okay, this one says, user says you can't fix stupid, you can fix stupid, but it's going to hurt. Yes, it does hurt. It could hurt with a bison's horn. It could hurt with regrets. It could hurt with 18 years or whatever it is worth of child support payments. It could hurt with an RV loan. It could hurt with a lot of things. Wes says, last couple of days here in Florida, I've been cold and wet. Nice to feel the warmth of your campfire, Alan. That's nice, Wes. It's been kind of cooler here in Texas as well. The more I watch your videos, the smarter I get. I don't know about that. I just try to bring things up around this virtual campfire that will make you go, oh, I want to be that voice on the other side. When you get too down, I'm hopeful that I can go, come on, it's going to be okay. And this too shall pass. When you're too joyful and optimistic, you know what? Hang on. It's not going to be good like that forever. Balance. That, I believe, is what a wingman does. Wes goes on, he says, the smarter he gets, my wife might say, I still have a ways to go. Keep up the valuable work you do. Always enjoy hearing input from you, other folks like Kevin Fraser, RV Lemon Lawyer, Ron Burge. Really, the more we all know about the RV landscape, the sharper consumers we will become, able to make better decisions so that we may truly enjoy the RV life and avoid the pitfalls that are out there. I think no matter what, and that's the other thing. Yes, you can avoid pitfalls, but watching somebody like me, you can be prone to getting a negative bias and say, man, I'd never own an RV. That's terrible. And that's wrong too. It's not for everybody. RVing is not. Camping is not. Marriage is not. But it is for most people. And things go better in the RV world when people have an education and they know what they're getting into. Dale McCauley, now this is something when I say the name Tiffin, do you see in your mind, that's quality. That's a quality. Not perfect, but that's one ever. Not always. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I have seen my share, probably more than the average person sees, of people that are completely disillusioned. So if you think that buying a name product automatically means that you made a great decision, not necessarily. And Dale up here, he contacted me a while back, says, Alan, thanks for the information you provide. Been watching your videos since 2021. I corresponded. We did talk last summer. You got my story, which I will not rehash here, just the highlights and a conclusion to our saga. He bought a Tiffin Wayfarer back during the pandemic. And this guy's no dummy. I'm telling you, he did his homework. Look how long his message is. You can read it here on YouTube. Unfortunately for us, he wraps it up, says, I spent 21 months working out all the issues with our motorhome, most of which could have been prevented by an effective Tiffin quality control program. Do you know of an RV dealer or manufacturer out there that says, you know what, we're just going to make them and we don't have any quality control? No, they all say they've got quality control, don't they? Oh man, we care about quality. As long as it gets down the door and out the dealership and on somebody else's lot. As a result of our issues, the window of opportunity to use this beautiful motorhome closed before we could use it. I must admit the happiest day for us during the whole ordeal was January 17th of 23 when we sold the Wayfarer. The new owner should be very happy because I'm certain all the major minor issues have finally been properly addressed. Thank you, Tiffin. It's been real and it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. And I hear that a lot. Now, Tiffins, by and large, are pretty well made, I think, even though Thor owns the company now. They're not as good as when Bob Tiffin owned it, but I think that they're still a pretty decent coach. But every once in a while, you can get a bad one. And when you do, it's a really horrible, horrible experience. So don't just believe, remember, balance. I want to be on each shoulder. JP says, I'm in Texas, not driving out of state to buy any RV. Pretty certain deals can be had locally. Oh, you can get a deal. But what do you consider a good deal? Is a good deal a good price? Is a good deal buying from a chain store because you felt confident you made the purchase at the right place? What is a good deal? Is a good deal something that you feel a year, 2, 5 years after you purchase the RV? I think it is. The good deal today may not be a good deal later. Getting there next to that Bison and taking the picture, it was fun. Oh, look at that. I got a bunch of hits. But later on, if your boss sees it, I mean, seriously, if a boss sees that woman's video and goes, you know what? I'm hiring this person to make some rational, logical decisions that are, reasonably based. If she's willing to risk her life by standing in front of a bison, a 2,000-pound beast that could gore her and kill her, how much am I going to get as a business owner, as an employer? Not. That's what I'm saying. Things you have to look a long way down the road. Sylvia Stroh says, can't fix stupid, but you can charge the hell out of them. And I think that's what happens. A lot of RVers, a lot of people make these mistakes, and then they end up going to the dealership. They end up going to therapy or whatever to fix their mistakes. And you ain't going to fix them. There's scars on your life. My friend John LaGrega says, don't forget the Berryland people. Great dealership. I love Berryland. John, you and I have never met. I know you watch these videos. I'm grateful for that. Whoever you do business with, a good deal is somebody that you're going to like the people. You're going to like the deal you got today. It's going to be fair. You're not going to beat them up, and they're not going to beat you up. And you're going to like that deal for years to come. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to be a good deal? Heck yes. All right. And then here's another one. I mean, you know what? That's enough for today. I want to know what you think about this theory about having balance and having, the optimism on one shoulder and reason and logic and pessimism on the other shoulder. Do you honestly go through life like that? Or when you get upset, do you forget that this too shall pass? When you get joyful and you go, oh my God, I got to buy that. Got to buy those pair of shoes. We're going to go on that cruise. We're going to spend money. We're going to buy that RV. Does your logic just kind of go out the window? I think for most people it does. One of the things that I see is that from the people that make comments on this channel, most of you guys and gals make fewer of those emotional decisions than when you were younger. You do. That means you're making fewer mistakes, and you learn from making those mistakes. Hopefully that woman that stood in front of the Bison learned, hey, don't do that again. But I will assure you, as summertime approaches and the tourists go back to the national parks, there's going to be idiots that get in the way of grizzly bears and bison and do all kinds of stupid things because it's fun. People like to, we're herd animals. We are. We like to be in cliques and communities and in groups of people that think like we do. Bah! Let's all go and pet the bison. And you see groups of people in these videos that walk right up. Hey, they're doing it. Let's go join them. Let's go join doing something that's stupid. Balance, balance, balance. This is not going to end well if we don't think of the negative as well as the positive. Drop a comment below. I know that this was kind of rambling all over the place, but I wanted to get back to some of you folks. Thank you for dropping comments on these videos. I am most grateful, and I will talk to you again soon. I'm the Wingman, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye.